The reason why they're going for Elon Musk, among other things, is that he's beating them all. I don't think they're going to kind of come for me. But I think that the people who have less of a profile or no profile could be very vulnerable in this situation. I said what Rowan Atkinson saw 10 years or more ago is exactly what's happening now. Because
we'll be bringing a new version of the show we've been doing for the last 6.5 years to Twitter. We'll be bringing some other things too, which we'll tell you about. But for now, we're just grateful to be here. Free speech is the main right that you have. Without it, you have no others.
Douglas Murray and Nigel Farage have both issued warnings about the potential arrest of Elon Musk following the recent arrest of Pavel Durov, the CEO of Telegram. Their concerns revolve around the broader implications for freedom of speech, as both figures see these developments as part of a troubling trend where influential tech leaders are being targeted for their roles in promoting open communication platforms.
Now, you all know that Tucker Carlson left Fox News. Big speculation about what he would do next. Big speculation about whether he'd be able to, because of his Fox contract, go anywhere else. Well, he has announced this overnight. Take a look.
Starting soon, we'll be bringing a new version of the show we've been doing for the last 6.5 years to Twitter. We'll be bringing some other things too, which we'll tell you about. But for now, we're just grateful to be here. Free speech is the main right that you have. Without it, you have no others. See you soon.
Well, that's Tucker Carlson, and that's fascinating, isn't it? Because Elon Musk is attempting to take Twitter into completely new spaces. Sounds like Tucker will be broadcasting live on Twitter with interaction. My guess is this could be very bad indeed for Fox News. And Musk goes on from strength to strength. And I think in terms of free speech, the man's becoming, frankly.
Nigel Farage has issued a cautionary statement suggesting that Elon Musk might face significant challenges following the arrest of Pavel Durov, the founder and CEO of the Telegram messaging app. Farage, who has been vocal about the importance of free speech and the dangers of government overreach, used Durov's arrest as a troubling development that could have broader implications for other tech entrepreneurs and free speech advocates, including Musk. He believes that Durov's arrest could be a prelude to similar actions against other tech leaders, particularly those like Musk, who have been outspoken about free speech and have challenged traditional media and governmental narratives. He implies that if Durov, known for his commitment to privacy and free communication, can be targeted, then others like Musk could also be vulnerable, potentially leading to a further erosion of free speech rights. Farage's caution reflects broader concerns about the direction of government policies and their impact on individual freedoms in the digital age.
When I see those completely indentured broadcasters attacking day after day Elon Musk as having too much power in the media, sorry guys, you were the guys who were literally given a monopoly. Which has to be broken up by the free market. You're the guys who are still subsidized. And you're the guys who can pump out disinformation all the time under the guise of the official sort of, version of events, and still ridiculously have some legitimacy for doing so. The reason why they're going for Elon Musk, among other things, is that he's beating them all effectively in the ratings. X, Twitter, under his ownership, has become so much more respected and used as a news source than ABC and others that of course they're concerned, of course they're worried. They should be, because it's perfectly possible that it's not just evil Elon Musk that they've got to rail against. Actually, the problem for them is the audience. They are losing their audience all the time. They keep their billion-dollar subsidies, oh yeah, but they're losing audience all the time. And they're losing them, among other things, to Elon Musk. And so, of course, they're bitter. I don't think they're going to have much luck extraditing Elon Musk. And the few people...
the shift in audience preference from mainstream media to platforms like Twitter, particularly under Elon Musk's leadership, has led to growing bitterness and concern among traditional media outlets. This trend is seen as a response to several factors, including the perception that mainstream media has become increasingly biased, selective in its reporting, or out of touch with the concerns of the general public. The UK justice system has faced increasing criticism for what many see as a disproportionate focus on silencing free speech and punishing non-violent offenders, while more serious and violent criminals receive comparatively lenient sentences. Critics argue that this approach undermines public trust in the justice system and raises concerns about the protection of fundamental rights. At the same time, there have been numerous instances where violent criminals have received reduced sentences, sometimes due to overcrowded prisons or legal leniency aimed at rehabilitation. This has led to a perception that the justice system is failing to adequately protect the public from dangerous offenders, while placing undue emphasis on policing speech and non-violent behaviors.
To be fair, you have now Twitter or X that seemingly becoming more pro-freedom of speech. It's a great development, and things are starting to change, it seems. We love the fact that Elon bought Twitter. We thought it was a great development for a number of reasons. First reason is just innovation. You could see X trying a lot of things. Some of them will turn out to be mistakes. Some of them will work, but at least they're trying to innovate. That's something we didn't have outside of Telegram and a few other companies in this industry for the last 10 years. What X is trying to do is innovation, trying different things, trying to give power to the creators.
Pavel Durov's arrest has drawn significant attention, especially given that no official reason has been provided for his detention. However, local media reports suggest that his arrest may be connected to his app, Telegram, which has become a critical platform for conveying news and information about the Ukraine war within Russia. Telegram has been widely used by Russian citizens, journalists, and activists as one of the few remaining avenues for relatively uncensored communication and news dissemination. In the context of the Ukraine war, the app has played a pivotal role in sharing updates, videos, and discussions that are not always aligned with the official state narrative. This has made Telegram a vital tool for those seeking alternative perspectives or more transparent information about the conflict.
You've written in The Spectator about the persecution of the plebs, as you've put it. Explain what you mean by that and this assault against free speech in the UK. And it really is, I think, quite effective, because you're seeing people being arrested for online posts, for retweeting something, for attending a rally that was violent, even if they didn't participate in any of the violence. You can see why people are refraining from saying what they think.
Yeah, the point of this piece, and of course I use plebs in inverted commas. I mean, my point is that I suspect that the authorities, if they try to go down this route, will have quite a hard time, as I say, taking out somebody like Elon Musk. And they'd have a hard time taking out, in that case, I cited Rowan Atkinson, the great comedian, who some years ago defended the speech laws in the UK against further encroachment against the freedom of speech in Britain. As Rowan Atkinson said then 10 years ago, he said, I don't think they're going to kind of come for me. But I think that the people who have less of a profile or no profile could be very vulnerable in this situation. I said, what Rowan Atkinson saw 10 years or more ago is exactly what's happening now. Because actually
Douglas Murray has been vocal in his criticism of the UK justice system, particularly for what he sees as its efforts to stifle free speech and disproportionately punish individuals for minor online actions and participation in rallies. Murray argues that the justice system is increasingly focused on silencing dissenting voices and curbing expressions of opinion that fall outside the accepted mainstream narrative, rather than addressing more serious crimes. He points to instances where individuals have faced legal consequences for relatively minor offenses, such as posting controversial opinions online or merely attending rallies that challenge the status quo. Murray believes that these actions represent an overreach of judicial power and reflect a growing intolerance for free speech in the UK. Murray's critique also touches on the broader implications of such policies, including the potential chilling effect on public discourse and the erosion of trust in the legal system. By focusing on punishing minor infractions, Murray argues, The justice system may be diverting attention and resources away from more pressing issues, such as violent crime, which he believes should be a higher priority.
So, undoubtedly, a very big day in the world of social media. Elon Musk has bought Twitter. He's clearly paid far too much for it, but hey, it's his. One of his first acts is to sack the man. Yes, sack the man that took Donald Trump off. So there are some very good, very encouraging signs. But turning that ship round from West Coast wokery will be no quick or easy thing. It's rather like trying to turn around the BBC. But it's a start, and it's good, and it says free speech is back, and already the European Commission are warning about what he may and may not do. The left are terrified. They don't want free speech because they know they'll lose in a proper open debate. Anyway, well done, Musk. It's a good move.
As the leader of Reform UK, Farage has consistently advocated for the protection of free speech and has been critical of any actions that might curtail this fundamental right. He believes that the arrest of figures like Durov could set a dangerous precedent where the fear of legal repercussions may lead to increased self-censorship among platform owners and operators. Farage's warning is a call to remain vigilant in defending free speech, particularly in the digital space where platforms like Telegram play a crucial role in enabling open and uncensored communication. He emphasizes that the potential chilling effect of such arrests could undermine the very foundation of democratic discourse and the free exchange of ideas. Nigel Farage believes that Durov's arrest could be a prelude to similar actions against other tech leaders, particularly those like Musk, who have been outspoken about free speech and have challenged traditional media and governmental narratives. He implies that if Durov, known for his commitment to privacy and free communication, can be targeted, then others like Musk could also be vulnerable, potentially leading to a further erosion of free speech rights. Farage's caution reflects broader concerns about the direction of government policies and their impact on individual freedoms in the digital age.
We don't know almost anything about the killer, the alleged killer, as I have to say. The court system will probably take a very long time to bring him to justice. The media, by the way, doesn't seem to be particularly bothered about him or his identity or anything that might have inspired him to this act of terror. That's all sort of fallen away. What they have managed to focus on is people retweeting things that turned out not to be true in the wake of that. Oh, and those people have had special courts set up for them and all-night sittings and more, and the jail cells have been found for them. Well, how about speeding up justice when it comes to, for instance, slaughtering young girls at a Taylor Swift dance party? But you can lock up a tweeter in 24 hours. Great example of a completely corrupted and politicized justice system right there.
Douglas Murray.
Douglas Murray's criticism reflects a concern that the UK's approach to justice is increasingly being used as a tool to suppress free expression and control public behaviour, rather than to uphold the rule of law and protect citizens from genuine harm. Overall, the debate over the UK's justice system reflects deeper tensions about the balance between maintaining public order, protecting individual rights, and ensuring that justice is applied fairly and consistently. Critics argue that this approach not only undermines public confidence in the justice system, but also diverts essential resources from tackling genuine threats to national security. They contend that while it is important to monitor and regulate online content, the emphasis should not be so heavy-handed that it overshadows the need to effectively address and prevent more severe criminal activities. This criticism reflects broader concerns about the balance between maintaining public order and safeguarding fundamental rights, with some fearing that an overemphasis on policing speech could lead to the erosion of civil liberties. At the same time, the perceived leniency or delayed action in dealing with serious crimes like terrorism is seen as a failure to prioritize the safety and security of the public.